So how do you build connections like a pro? And this is the key: vulnerability. What is vulnerability? It's all about the idea of showcasing who you really are, being very human to them, being very open. So think about this, in a bar, let's say you were drinking and that person is drinking, let's say a complete stranger, right? And that stranger starts to tell you many different things that's like, oh, maybe quite personal. So they go quite deep. So from a 1, they go deeper to maybe a level 2 to a level 3. Right? And maybe only your best friends know level 10. But this stranger goes deeper to a level 5 to a level 7. And you are there, it's like, why on earth is this guy sharing with me? He's a total stranger. However, the principle of reciprocity comes in. You start to feel like, hey, this person is getting close to me. Quite close, I feel. And what do? You start to what? You also start to share. You start to share, maybe not level 7 like that guy, but maybe you share to level 3 and you start to be vulnerable as well. So same thing at work, or when you're networking, or when you're trying to build a connection with anybody. Understand that the currency behind it is vulnerability. Because the more they understand about your life, not just about what you do, your work and all that, but who you are, what are some of the challenges that you've had, the struggles you've had in life. And when you start sharing that, you create vulnerability. And when you create that, what happens next is you create this thing called trust. And you create that relationship, you build that relationship. So if you want to start to build relationships like a pro at work or in anywhere, start with vulnerability. And remember, don't share everything that's like, oh, all your secrets and all that, but share things that you know that you might not share to somebody new, but you push yourself and go a little bit deeper. Because why? We're human beings. As human beings, we want to connect with somebody else. And when we connect, means that we know a little bit more about you, not just surface, not just what's on your website, but who you are as a person. What are some struggles you have, maybe in family, or even how you reached here in your career. So start with vulnerability. It will build trust. And when you build trust, you build that relationship, and you will see that principle of reciprocity coming back, and that person will start to be vulnerable as well. So if you're a leader, this is even more important. Don't be so distant that they don't know you, or they know you as just a general or slave driver, but come down and start to be a human being again, right? So try this out and use vulnerability to build relationships.